And as the presidential campaigns enter their final stretch, millions of Americans have already locked in their picks with early voting, setting records in a number of states.
Doug Luzader joining us live from Washington as the Harris and Trump campaigns fine-tune their closing arguments. Doug, good morning.
Bob and Brooke, good morning. Campaigns are always searching for undecided voters, and with early voting now growing by leaps and bounds, there are fewer and fewer uncommitted voters to win over.
Hi there, Mr. Trump.
Former President Donald Trump making a return trip to North Carolina, seeing the devastation there firsthand.
That's quite a scene. Driving up, you see that kind of destruction. Actually incredible.
But through it all, voters in North Carolina are still casting their ballots in record numbers for early voting. And Trump, once a skeptic of the process, now embraces it.
They tend to be very Trump areas, and that the people would come out like that, I think it's a great sign.
Our recent Fox News poll shows that a majority of registered voters, 52%, plan to vote early.
Millions of voters just in a handful of battleground states have already felt comfortable with who they want to vote for, and that really changes how both campaigns are campaigning in this final stretch.
And when it comes to those early voters, Vice President Kamala Harris appears to have an edge. Our poll shows that she's 8 points up over Trump among those who cast their ballots before Election Day, with Trump holding an advantage for those who plan to hold off until November 5th. Harris, meantime, not just looking for early voters, but appearing alongside former Republican Congresswoman and Trump critic Liz Cheney, pushing for crossover GOP support.
I actively invite good ideas from wherever they come. That's why I'm going to have a Republican in my cabinet, by the way.
Okay, and that poll, by the way, also shows there's a sharp divide among voters about the fairness of this election, with Trump voters far more skeptical of the system. Brooke and Bob.
You know, interesting, talking about fairness. There's a conversation now, Elon Musk and his $1 million giveaway, and state governors wondering whether it's legal, people wondering how they can get the money. What is going on there, Doug?
You know, it's kind of a gray area, it seems, and I'm no expert on election law. It's obviously illegal to pay someone to vote a certain way. I mean, that's clear. What he's doing is essentially creating a lottery or a sweepstakes if you're a registered voter and sign this petition. So because there's that requirement that you be a registered voter to enter that, essentially a lottery, does that cross the line? And you know, it's not entirely clear whether that's the case, but it may invite some investigations here as he continues to try to drum up support, particularly in Pennsylvania.
We heard from Governor Josh Shapiro saying that they were going to look into this. All right, we shall see. Doug Luzader live for us in Washington. We will check in with you later, Doug. Thank you.